Yo, what the fuck is up, gang?
What's going on, Mike?
Chilling,
Movie
chilling,
Mike. What's going on?
chilling, man.
We got Eddie Kane in the chat already.
Yeah, we got Eddie Kane in the chat. Shit, let's say what's up to the early birds in the chat already. Obviously, our guy Eddie Kane up in the building, showing love. We got Milton over here. We got yo guy from
No,
KC.
okay, hold on. Yeah, that's Pug. That's Pug. And
Yeah,
this is one thing. This is what I want you to know right now, Mike. While I'm sober, we're gonna talk about this with Pug. I fuck with Pug. That's my homie right there, close. Don't never let me bring him on the show.
got you.
Don't
No,
let me bring him on the show. He gonna be talking hella shit, and he sound like one of them midnight mood mix DJs and shit. And so it's gonna get on your fucking nerves. Yeah, you know, it's the deepest shit you ever heard in your life, and he gonna talk shit about the Chiefs all day, and you don't want to hear it.
hell yeah. Let's see who else in the building besides Pug. Let's see. We got our guy. We got our guy Andre Ashley in the building. He said, "Black team, you goofy hoe." That ain't the original slogan, but we rocking with it. We fuck with it. That worked
Yeah,
too. We got oh shit, we got Big Me's in the building. We got Big
Big-
Me's in the building, and he got a question. He
you
said,
know
"Corey
why?
late again?"
Stop, bro. So this is him talking shit. You know why? I was watching some stand up earlier today. I
Mhm.
was watching stand up comedy, and it was this motherfucker on there named Tom Segura. And I'll be scared to watch white comics because as soon as they say some like low key racist shit, it fucked me up. So I was watching him. He did not say no low key racist shit on the one that I was watching. He might later, I don't know. But when I was watching it, I was like, damn, this is just like talking to me. Like they got the same fucking sense of humor. They the same kind of asshole. And I like
Hey,
it.
sometimes some people would joke around like that with us, bro. And me is one of those people that we know it comes from a good place. He's not. He can be an asshole sometimes, but it's funny. At least it's
He
funny.
don't come from a good place. He's an asshole. It's genuine.
Oh shit. Oh damn.
if he, if
Yeah.
he said something and he sounded like a dickhead, he meant it.
I feel that. Pause. But let's see who else in the building. I just realized after that shit sounded crazy. Pause like a motherfucker. So let's see who else in the motherfucking building. We got Prez in the building. We got Raider Resistance. What's good, my guy?
Is that Mini Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Mini Mart. That's fucked up, bro. He said, "What up?" And that's the first thing that come to your mind is Mini Mart, bro.
That's his name. I'm not talking shit. That's his name.
Okay.
You know how it is sometimes, like whenever you meet somebody or whatever around the neighborhood, like really the first shit that you know them for that end up being their name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I met Eddie Kane, you know what I'm saying? If I met Eddie Kane in the summertime at the beach or some bullshit, that nigga's name would be Tank Top, probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shit. We got our guy Henry in the building. He said, "Let's get it." Yep, let's get it. It's gonna be a good episode. It should be.
Henry Stanridge, he must be somebody from Twitter because I don't know Henry Stanridge. I bet you I know his Twitter name.
He might be based on the icon though. He is on YouTube right now, so shout out to him.
Okay.
It is definitely an unfamiliar face. Those of you that are new to the show, we appreciate you for pulling up on us, tapping in, and fucking with the gang. Before we get started, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Should follow Big Cory 00, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Follow me, Michaelvelli 24. Hey, my guy Eric in the building. Oh yeah, he told me. Side note, he told me to tell you where's 40 at, homie.
What you talking about? Where his 40 at? What you got on mine, bruh?
Yeah. Hey.
What you talking about where your 40 at? What you got on mine?
Shit. You gotta let them know. Let them know.
Okay, so this is one of the things that I wanted to kind of get into. A little bit slower start, but the whole reason that we come onto this thing is to talk shit a little bit and make some of these Raider losses less painful, bruh. Because this has been a terrible fucking season. And it hasn't really had a whole lot to talk about. But next week, we get something more to talk about. So it was an update. He promised that he would do this. Amik Robertson, he came on the show right before he signed with the Lions. And then he said, when he was going to the Lions, he said, I'll still fuck with y'all. So right after the season was over, bro, right after it was over, and he's got some of his pain medicine knocked off of him, he hit me up. He said that he's ready to come back on the show. He want to fuck with the nation, tell everybody everything, because he still fuck with the Raiders. He still love all the fans, but This thing is happy in Detroit, and I don't think he's happy as fuck. A lot of people told me, "Hey, tell him to come back."
I would, but
I
I can't lie.
How the
He's
fuck?
shining over there, bro. Yeah, he's shining over there. Why would we tell him to do that? Of course, we'd love to have our guy back rocking the silver and black. Don't get me wrong. He black team family for life. But let's be real, bro. He thriving over there. And a lot of people when he made that move thought, oh, he's not going to thrive over there. He's not going to get no playing time. We remember y'all talking shit about our guy. Fuck you. And look at it, bro. What happened, bro? Bro showed out this year in the moments where he needed to. Key moments too. Season finale for the first overall seed in the NFC.
Yeah. Well, see, and this is the
receiver in football. Who showed up? Who showed up? Who was it?
Tiny Loke. So this is the thing. He had him a couple really good games, and for the most part, I see the Uncle Elroy shit. For the most part, he was playing the slot corner, and a lot of people think he should be a slot, probably just because of his size, right? Yeah. But then Detroit's backfield is crazy. Number one, it's crazy from fucking top to bottom, the safeties, the corners, all that shit. But they had some injuries, and he had to get moved around. And every time he made a move, this motherfucker was making plays. So I'm glad that he finally got his shine on. Unfortunate, he broke his arm in that last game. Yeah, he said it was a humerus bone or something like that. So his shit is broke, but he got some shit that he want to talk about. And that shit where they said he shut down Jefferson, that was the last thing that he told us, because he was telling us, hey, when I was in high school, go look it up. We had to do the showcase, and I shut him down. And when I see him, I'm going to shut him down again.
Yeah. Hey, and so far, as long as I've known Tiny Loke, I don't know him personally like that. I ain't got to link up with him in person. But from social media, getting to conversate with him and then on the show, he been a man of his word every single time. Every time he say he finna do some shit, he do it.
Here's the thing. Y'all go see next week, because it's funny talking to him. So I told him day before yesterday. I was like, bro, I can't wait to have him on the show, because this motherfucker talks in motivational speech. Like, you can't ask him nothing regular. I'm like, hey, what's happening? How you feeling today? I'm just one of the most blessed individuals to ever come. Relax. You know what I'm saying? That's just how he talks. So I can't wait till he come on.
Yeah. Hey, but you can't knock it, man. Hey, it's motivational. Sometimes they have you hyped up, wanting to go and get up and be on your shit too. And I fuck with that, bro. Like, I fuck with that type of energy. I rather associate with somebody that's more positive and like motivated to get some shit done than somebody that's just lazy and don't want to do shit, just dragging ass all day, not getting shit done.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not that. He won hella awards over there. They treat him crazy. He loves, I don't know, but it's cold as fuck. I don't know how you could love that much. You know what I'm saying? You got to miss that a little bit. It's cold as shit. He's from Louisiana.
Yeah, he a little lucky though. They play in a dome over there at Ford Field, so it's indoor. It cold as shit outside, but indoor, shit, that climate, I bet nice.
So sooner or later, we're gonna have to talk about our own team. Yeah. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to talk about the Raiders. But it's the off season, and the Raiders haven't played in a couple weeks. I really don't know if there's anything to talk about.
There's a couple things. Obviously, last week, going back to it, because I don't want to jump to the most recent thing. Let's, obviously we had a week of time before you guys got to see us again this week. So one thing that we could say that was a big topic of last week's show that we're going to recap this week a little bit now that it's over. A lot of people really thought and were under the impression that a certain coach was going to get hired here to be our head coach. And unfortunately, he didn't.
Stop talking in code, good. Why do you do that?
Yeah. I'm just saying. Just for
context. You're not in court.
We just need context, because there are some fans that are locked in, that are dedicated, and then there's some that they casually watch from time to time. You get me? Whether it's BTB or the Raider. I'm just for all levels, all playing fields, bro. But what I will say though is, I can't lie. From the very beginning, I didn't think it was possible that we were going to hire him. I had my pause, but it's going to sound. I had my eyes set on a different coach candidate. Another coaching candidate I thought would have been Liam Cohen. Honestly, I really didn't think that Ben Johnson was going to reach out or want to fuck with us at all, even interview with us.
Nah, though. Hold on, Mike. Nah, you thought he was coming over here.
Hear me out. I didn't think so until I seen that he approved that interview and he was with shits. Perhaps I was like, okay. And at that moment, that's obviously that's a hot commodity name. So I was excited.
Mike,
I did what I'd say not to do,
Mike,
not be a prisoner of the moment. And in that moment,
Mike.
I was a prisoner of the moment. I got my hopes up. And when I found out after that I was getting let down, that shit fucking hurt like a bitch. I was mad as shit. I'm not
Yeah, I
gonna.
know.
I was mad as fuck. I
Hey,
was mad as fuck.
did you load the clip, the clip that I had to send you right after? Do you have that loaded on here?
No, I didn't know it. I don't think I seen it. I don't think I seen
So
it. But yeah,
immediately
bro,
after, like,
I was hella
so
mad though. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the fan base, media, shit, even some of our players were confused by it. A lot of people were under the impression this shit really might happen. He really might be the guy. Only for 2 days later, that Monday when you could officially sign if you were on one of those playoff teams, Chicago. Here you go.
yeah,
Up
okay.
out of
But
here, bro.
listen, hold on,
That shit
look. So
sucked.
this is what it is, Mike, and we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna get this through this together, Mike.
Uso.
You were so excited about Ben Johnson. You thought Ben Johnson was coming to the Raiders. You were locked in. You even texted me, Mike. Hey, I got a real good feeling. I think he's coming. Don't say it yet, but I think he's coming. So I said, hey, chill out, Mike. This is the Raiders, and the Raiders always be doing Raider shit. But
Yeah.
maybe you heard me, maybe you didn't. A lot of people on social media, when I said, hey, you guys relax, the Raiders never do what you think that they're gonna do. They don't do that shit. They don't do the obvious choice. They never do. So when that shit happens, don't get crazy. When we end up with a coach from Southeast Wichita State, don't get crazy. Get excited because they're gonna do something weird. And a lot of people told me, hey, we got Tom Brady now. It's different. Now Tom Brady is here. He gonna make everybody come in. And it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, bro. And I told myself at the very beginning of this whole head coaching process, I was not going to get my hopes up. I was not going to get my hopes up.
Are we
I'm going
going
to
to
let it see
take a
how it
less
play out.
emotional approach
Yes,
for the remainder of the hunt?
and exactly what I said I wasn't going to do, I did. And that should suck. And I know you guys love my analogies whenever I come with some funny ass or crazy ass analogies. So the way this shit felt to me, it's like say some loser ass dude that to other people, looking third person point of view, dude's a loser. All of a sudden, he sees this bad bitch, for example, a bad one that you're like, you know what? I don't think I got a chance, but fuck it, I'm gonna shoot my shot. I'm gonna see what's good. Bad bitch looks at you. You're thinking, oh, she gives me time of day. Like, okay. You getting your hopes up. All to
Yeah.
find out, she just wants to do this thing right behind you. That's walking
Yeah.
up from behind.
Yeah.
And that
You can,
it's fucked up because it gets your hopes up and thinking maybe I have a chance. Maybe I have a chance. Only to find out, psych, nope.
okay,
You
but
ain't
listen,
shit. You still a loser. That's how it felt.
this is
That's
I
how
know that's how it felt, but you have to understand this, Mike, and I know you don't want to. And I know you don't want to associate yourself with this, but right now, Mike, the Raiders is dusty than a bitch. We dusty niggas. So whenever you have a super bad bitch that want to fuck and she looking in your direction, please know, acknowledge, understand, and remember you a dusty nigga right now. So
she
shoot
got
your shot for sure. Put that shit on her. Try to do that. But don't feel no kind of way when she don't fuck with you because she wasn't supposed to, nigga. And
It's
that's
true.
what happened with Ben Johnson. He didn't
that,
fuck
bro.
with the Raiders because he wasn't supposed to. He was going to Chicago with an excellent quarterback situation, the number one pick situation, excellent options in terms of the wide receivers. That offense would be wide open to him to just start creating. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's a therapy session.
Dr. therapy session. But yeah, bro. That's how it feels though. You feel me? Like it sucks to say. Andre said, I'm not gonna say the full thing, but he said, I don't get this analogy because you're from Oakland. I get it.
You want to know why? Hold on. I'm gonna slow that down. You want
I know
to
why
know
you're saying that.
Yeah, well, you know why he said it, but I'm gonna say it out loud so to make him look bad because that's what I be doing. So what he basically said is like, yeah, nigga, I'm from the town. I've been dusty my whole life. I still pull bitches. And that's kind of what he was saying.
Yeah.
But I was like, you still dusty.
Yeah. One thing I will say, I can't really relate to the analogy I do know some dudes that are some losers, so that's why I'm saying. In my time, I got bitches. I'm wholesome now. I got a queen. So yeah. Anyway, going back to this shit.
Try
It
to
did suck,
separate
bro.
yourself.
So it really sucked not getting the coach, obviously. So it seemed like at that moment, the moment that he chose another team, it's like, fuck, where do we go from here? Now what's the next move? A lot of people are saying that this is plan B, which honestly, I don't really agree with it. I really don't agree with it at all. This
We're
shit pissed
being
me
less
off.
emotional. We're being less emotional. We're being less
I agree.
emotional.
Okay. Okay. So this is what, to the fans' perspective, they're saying is plan B, which, in my opinion, I hope it's not plan B. I'm keep in mind, I'm a diehard USC fan. I would have loved this hire 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I would have loved this hire, bro. Is this really what plan B is? Let's be honest. Is this plan B? Is this plan
Okay,
B?
so listen, hold on. Because this is what I do. I'm gonna try to find the silver lining in this situation. Yeah, he old than a bitch. He's probably too old. He can't go to no Las Vegas practice in the summertime. He's not allowed. He's gonna get spots and shit. But this is what's gonna happen. The Raiders just had a plan to get a young first-time head coach in Antonio Pierce and surround him with a bunch of other head coaches and super experienced leaders, right?
Yeah.
That shit didn't work out. So what if they decide to get Pete Carroll and they say, you know what, we're gonna go the other way. We're gonna do the same shit that all these winning organizations do, and we get one dude at the top, and he has a bunch of young gun coordinators that he trains under his tree or whatever the fuck, and then they become the identity of the organization. So, I mean, that's all a hey, maybe, I wish, but that's how you can get right with it. That's how you can be okay. They bringing in Pete Carroll to be the head coach because he has experience at being a head coach. Our last head coach didn't have experience. And I'm not shitting on Suge, never. Shiny head Suge for president, always.
Yeah.
But I'm
Honestly,
saying
all I'm gonna say is
conceptually, it makes sense.
what I will say though, shout out to Shiny Head Suge AP. Looking at it now, the fact that obviously what our plan A was fell through, and we don't know if this is exactly plan B. Let's be honest. For those of us, you and yourself included, myself included, that were vouching, it's a bad idea. I don't think we should move on from the coach. We should keep AP. Now look where we at. Of course, there's still time. We can still hire somebody. Don't get me wrong. Things could change in rather quickly. But if we're being real, AP somewhere laughing right now. Like karma a motherfucker, ain't it? Y'all shouldn't have moved off from me. Because now, if let's be real, in the interview search so far, we've only hit up 2 offensive-minded coaches. One of them already went to Chicago. The other one left us on red. He never hit us back. There's a reason why. And that coach that went to Chicago straight up said himself, the reason why he picked Chicago is because they got a quarterback. We don't got a quarterback. So I don't know how they're going to do it.
We don't.
And I get it. There's a lot of great defensive-minded coaches that are here, but it's pretty much going to be the same philosophy with all these defensive-minded coaches. Protect the quarterback, whoever that is, run the ball. It's going to be run, pass. Run, pass. Do we really want that to be the case? And we're still going to be asking the same questions. Who's going to be the head coach? Who's going to be the OC? I don't know, man. I just think if that's the route we're going to go, we might as well have stuck with what we had. Continuity. He already knew we needed a quarterback. He was already here. I don't know. That's just my take on that. Like,
so now, Mike, you be doing like research, insight, all kind of hella shit, and we still don't have a coach. We still don't have a quarterback. The Raiders hired somebody today.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes,
Spy Tech or whatever the fuck.
Yes.
Hold
sir.
on, real quick. Before I talk about it any more. Am I supposed to be excited about this one? Is this a good one?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, we got my nigga Spy Tech. Yeah, nigga. Wow. Why are we excited about him?
Why are we excited about him? Because he's a coach that, or he's a GM that, he's a GM that other teams wanted. And in the history of the Raiders, I know you've got to see more Raider teams than me in past history, of course. It's not an old joke. It's not an old joke. I know y'all said shit on the age discrimination shit.
Sure, I knew it.
I'm trying to be better.
Every fucking week, Mike.
Hold on. Let me see what I'm gonna say before you get into it. So, in my time of being a Raider fan in history, majority of the GMs and the head coaches that we've hired in history, nobody else wanted them but us. This is the first time we got a GM hella people wanted. We got a big time GM candidate that, in my opinion, is going to be something good. Today we hired John Spytek, who happens to be fellow alumni at Michigan with minority owner of the Raiders, Tom Brady.
So he just called his homie up and said, "You want a job?"
He did, but most of his homies, let's be real, most of his homies part of a winning organization. They've been, ever since Tom Brady got there, they've been pretty solid and consistent. Even without Tom Brady being there as their quarterback.
Okay.
They still pretty consistent.
Okay, but who's Spytek's homies? Like, who he gonna hire?
Who he gonna hire?
What kind of coaches he connected to? Yeah.
Okay, so one name that he was actually my ideal head coach choice before the whole Ben Johnson shit is Liam Cohen. Now, I know you guys, hold on. I know you guys want to say, oh, it was announced today he's going back to Tampa to be the OC. He's going to sign a deal. Yeah. I've looked at Twitter, and usually when something's made official, that said team will tweet about it. They have yet to tweet about Liam Cohen.
But hold on, what about?
Hear me out. So, if Penn hasn't touched the paper yet, it's not official. And people were saying he's doing it for. Let me take off this photo. He's doing this shit for top offensive coordinator money. So I looked, obviously, like you said, I do my research. I look at notes.
Okay, go ahead. Do your shit.
Highest paid offensive coordinators or coordinators right now, tied for the highest paid offensive coordinator job, is Todd Monken and Mike Kafka from New York at $3 million annually a year. If that's top offensive coordinator money, some of these head coaches in the double-digit figures, they seen 10 million plus. And there's a rumor that the reason why Liam Cohen didn't take that Jacksonville Jaguars job was because he wants Spytek as his GM. Unfortunately, they can't hire Spytek as a GM because John Spytek is going to be the GM of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay, so hold on a second. Now, is that Liam Cohen right there in that picture?
That is in fact Liam Cohen right there in that picture.
Okay, so he was not Tom Brady. He's older than Tom Brady, right?
I'm not sure. That's a good question because I don't know. There's been some players and some coaches that Tom Brady's been older than in the past couple years. So
it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah. It don't matter. But so Liam Cohen is probably gonna go over there. What's up with what's his name? Cliff Kingsbury, where he at? That's what you know what I'm saying. They talking about he be fucking with where Cliff Kingsbury coach at right now.
Right now, he is the offensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders. So if I'm gonna be honest, it's possible he might be intrigued by a head coaching job, but like I said before, usually when you pick up a job as an offensive mind, you want to have a quarterback in place that you could work with. Right now, let's be real. He has arguably one of the best young quarterbacks in the game of football at the moment with Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels fucking balling.
So it's like, why would he want to leave that? Let's keep it a bean.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. It doesn't make sense. The same way the Ben Johnson shit didn't make sense. It don't make sense for Cliff either.
Yeah. Like at this point, I feel like if we're going to bring in one of these guys like a Liam Cohen or somebody, you really have to sell them on a talking point about a quarterback. And at this point, obviously, there's no good options in free agency this upcoming year. And every year, it seems like the list gets slimmer and slimmer, and it also gets worse and worse. In my opinion, if you're going to try and intrigue one of these offensive-minded GMs to take a job here in Vegas, you're going to have to promise them that you're going to do whatever it takes to trade up, whether that's the first overall, the second overall, whatever it is that you could get a quarterback at, you got to do that. And you got to really convince them that you're going to fucking do whatever it takes to make it happen. Now, I know, obviously, hopefully we were thinking maybe Tennessee could be an option to trade up with. Today, their new hire GM who came from Kansas City, he said that they're not going to pass up on a generational talent.
Who's generational?
The one person I would say that could be generational, that a lot of people think it could be generational, is Travis Hunter.
I
I
think
think so,
he's
man.
maybe I'm going light, but he's only generational if he can still bring that two-way and be an all-pro at both. If he, because like right now he's a top tier player in college at both positions, but if he's a top tier player at both positions in the NFL, shit, I've never
Yeah,
seen that before. I've never seen somebody play both sides and be the best on both.
yeah. I hear you for sure, bro. And the reason why I think it could be a possibly a good move to go with him, it makes sense because obviously he could play both sides of the ball, and obviously it would be real generational if he could play both sides. But let's keep this in mind. There has been a term that would you rather be a jack of all trades or a master of one trade? What if I would like to see him play both sides of the ball in the NFL when he was drafted, but what if they made him just stick to either receiver or corner? He might be cold as fuck if he just sticks to one. I'd love to see him play both sides of the ball, but if he sticks to one, he could really master his craft at one of them, and he might be one of the coldest corners in the history of the game. Who knows?
Who's the
Or he could
last
be one of the coldest
generational? Who's the last generational cornerback you've seen? The last cornerback that you would say is generation.
generational that got drafted. That's a tough one, bro. There's a few of them. One of them that I
No,
would say
that just ever played, because generational. There's not a
generational,
new generational player every fucking week. That's crazy. That doesn't
not
make
every
sense.
week. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
that's true.
generational player once every generation. Like in my
Yeah,
generation, Jerry Rice is the best wide receiver,
yeah,
period, in that
yeah.
generation. Right.
And
So
I would say the best generational corner at the moment, like the most recent, and I hate to admit it, just because I fucking hate that team, but from the Donkeys, Pat Surtain. I'd say that might be
no,
the most recent generational. He's bro. Pat Surtain's like that. I hate the
I feel
Donkeys,
like
bro. I can't. We
oh,
can't
he
deny.
like that. He's really good. He's an all pro. He may even be elite. But when I say generate, look, these are the only I'm gonna do the old nigga shit right now. I don't give a
Mhm,
fuck. These are the only generational players I've ever seen in my fucking life. Right?
mhm.
College Reggie Bush, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders, like the generational, like this is the coldest motherfucker ever, or maybe
Did you mention
like
Charles Woodson?
I can't say generational because when I think about the best cornerback ever, period, it's Deion Sanders. It's and it's not like it's Deion and who. No matter who is talking about cornerbacks, it's always Deion and who. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, shoot, the most we've seen 2 generational players for sure come out of this draft. One of them obviously is still in the playoffs, Jaden Daniels, and then you got Mayo Michael Jordan. You got Brock Powers. That's another generation talent, and if you say
Yeah,
he's not
see,
generational, you're lying to yourself.
he might end up being like that, right? Like he might. This is a crazy. Like the last time I seen a tight end come out, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" Like that for real. I think was probably because I don't be fucking with tight ends like that. Maybe
Yeah.
Jeremy Shockey. Like when Shockey came out, I'm like, "Who the fuck is this motherfucker knocking helmets off and fucking people up?" And he don't give a fuck. Who is this? So like, I
See
don't know.
Jeremy
I just
Shockey.
don't throw generational. I even think
Another
elite is overused.
another one, or maybe I'm tripping just because again, you are a little older, so maybe your grading out of this player might be a little different than mine, but one was was Unc was he a generational player?
Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, was Unc was he generational as a tight end?
Yeah, Shannon Sharp was on some super different shit, nigga. He was
Okay.
if even when he was with the Donkeys and with the Ravens, he was on some different shit.
Okay.
Like I never seen tight ends move like to that point. I never seen tight ends move like that,
Yeah.
and then still be physical than a bitch in the run game. You know,
Yeah, because I definitely heard a lot of people whenever people would talk about some of the greatest tight ends ever, I know people would always talk about, obviously, bruh, bruh, fucking Antonio Gates. You talk about Shannon Sharp, shit, even Kelsey to recent memory. is one of those guys that gets that.
And
But
you know who was a cold ass tight end for a long time, and you know why I liked him because he was fat as fuck. Algie Crumpler, nigga.
Algie Crumpler.
Algie Crumpler.
I fuck with Algie Crumpler. Every
Bro,
time I think of
definitely
Algie,
looked like
bro,
a sinner by the time it was over.
it sucks to say, bro, but every time I think of Algie Crumpler, I just think of that one hit, bro. You know what I'm talking
Which
about?
one?
That
The
one
flip
hit.
around shit?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the first. Whenever I think of Algie Crumpler, bro, that's the first thought that comes to mind, bro. First thought that comes to mind. It be fucked up.
Oh, so now you look over in the chat. This has turned into who is generational and who is not.
Oh
right?
yeah, Tody. Yep.
What's that?
Tony Gonzalez. I hate that all these tight ends were basically playing for the ops, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, you know what's crazy though? They got all of these things on here. Yes, Calvin Johnson. Yeah, is Jason Kelsey? I mean Travis Kelsey. Is this motherfucker generational? He is, huh?
Yeah.
Like he been the best tight end for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I feel like his shit is over. Anquan Bolden not generational, but this motherfucker was. Look, if you watch,
he was a great receiver in his time.
Yes, he was a great receiver, but I'm older than you. I'm going to do this shit again. If you watch Anquan Bolden at motherfucking Florida State, well, you don't know if this motherfucker was finna catch a touchdown, run a touchdown, throw a touchdown. This motherfucker was lighting people to fuck up too. Like when I was watching him play at Florida State, I wish he played linebacker.
Yeah,
like he was fucking people up like that.
I appreciate all y'all naming all these generational players in the chat. I wish y'all would name some generational Raiders though. Y'all kind of make me a little sad that none of them are Raider players. It's like we're generational Raider players.
Is there a generational Raider? I guess Bo Jackson kind of, because that's the biggest what if. Because I don't know if he got to be a generational player, but it's Bo fucking Jackson.
You want to know who I would say is a generational player of recent memory? That there are some Raider fans that will probably get triggered by it, but I don't give a fuck because this is my opinion, and I wholeheartedly think it is our homie, bro. JJ. Come on now, bro. He been out all pro. It looked like he gonna be all pro again on another team in another conference. When people said, "Oh, he's gonna sign this deal and he's gonna do bad over there," what's he doing over there?
Look, I love JJ. Josh Jacobs is my motherfucker. Josh, fuck you, Jacobs. Favorite running back in the NFL.
He broke some records this year.
Yes, he's my favorite running back in the NFL. He's a great running back in the NFL, but he's the top 3 probably. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't Saquon. What the fuck, bro?
The other 2, they're generational also. Derrick Henry is a great. That's a different specimen of a running back.
How long is the generation?
Like that? Huh?
This is what I need. How long is the generation, and what makes somebody generational? Y'all niggas making me old on this show.
Honestly,
today.
I'd say it's just consistency. Your performance on the field, bro. Constantly doing crazy shit. We can't say Saquon's not generational either. He's definitely a generational talent too.
Okay, hold on.
I never seen no other person fucking hurdle somebody in reverse.
No, Saquon is doing shit that
video game shit.
Saquon is doing shit that we never seen before, or things that we've seen very, very few of. But when I start talking about a generational player, I'm not talking about bro that got a good season or 2 good seasons or 3. I'm talking about this motherfucker came on, his career's on fucking fire. Can't nobody fuck with cuz. That's generational. Can't nobody like boom, hands down. I don't care. Aaron Donald, like who's better than Aaron Donald? Fuck that. Fuck you. That's a generational defense. You know what I mean? And before him, who was it? It was like maybe Warren Sapp or something. I don't want to say that out loud. But when you're looking at that position,
so obviously we asked about Josh. There's another player on the team who he's been here for a while, and you already know how I feel about him. He one of my favorite Raiders of all time.
Yeah.
Do we feel that Max Crosby is generational, or a potential to be considered a generational talent?
Max Crosby's on a fucking insane run. One of my favorite edge rushers I've ever seen play. Maybe one of my favorite Raiders I ever seen play. I don't know about generational yet because he hasn't been boom, hands down. I'm that nigga, period. Well, he wouldn't say that. I hope
that I'm gonna send that to him. He needs some motivation for the year. Thank you, Cory.
Yeah. Okay.
whatever, and that's the beauty of it. A lot of these generational players and all-time greats, they're already pretty good. They're the best of the best. So at this point, it's like you need
Here's
some
the
type of motivation to find to jump to
here's
that
the
next level, to take
here's
it
the
to that
thing.
next
Here's the
notch.
thing. This is what I'm gonna think. When you can't argue that he's the best, when you can't argue that anymore, that's when you can maybe make somebody generational. Like Max Crosby, if I say, hey, this is the best edge defender, period. Actually, this is the best defender. This motherfucker's crazy because he makes plays from everywhere. He's not an edge guy, best defender. If I say that, there is somebody that's going to get in the chat or somebody's going to say something. They're going to say, hey, but what about TJ Watt? Hey, but what about this? Hey, what about this? What about Preston Smith? What about all of these people?
Yeah. So there's a name you
But
didn't mention.
they have a legitimate argument and they can argue with me and they can really think that they're right. And they might be sometimes.
Okay. So I got a name for you, bro. You didn't mention on the list, and you named a lot of top edge rushers and pass rushers in the league. There's one that he's kind of been trending today on Raiders Twitter, and he actually was a Raider once. I consider him generational. Matter of fact, it's that dude right there on the wall. What you think about Khalil Mack? Do you consider Khalil Mack a generational player?
Don't make me talk about this and don't make me say what I'm going to say.
No. So here's the catch. The reason why he was trending today. Officially, he is a unrestricted free agent. Yes. So he can sign to any team he wants to.
He don't fuck with the Raiders, but this is what I'm going to say. Let me ask you a question.
Huh?
Right now, is Khalil Mack better than Max Crosby?
No.
See that? You see that?
Now,
what you just did?
You're saying right now? You're saying right now or all time? Because I'm trying to understand it.
Right now?
No.
No. How about, okay. So, like, if you had to line up tomorrow and you had to pick one of them, Khalil Mack or Max Crosby, to be on your team, you can pick one only. Money doesn't matter who you pick. Who do you pick?
I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going with Max.
You're going with Max, right?
I'm going with Max. Yeah.
Okay. That right there, that kind of tells me, like, how Khalil Mack be generational? He wouldn't even be your first pick on your team.
That's true. I get you, but I mean, you're comparing in my opinion is two generational players. So I mean,
they're in the same generation.
Okay, I'll give you an example though. That's like comparing, let's say, Kobe and Michael Jordan. Fuck it, Kobe and Michael Jordan. Obviously, they're two of the all-time greats. They're generational players. But if you were to compare them, it's like you can't go wrong either way, and it's like it's an understandable argument. That's why I'm sure there are some people in the chat that they're gonna say Khalil Mack over Max Crosby. And don't get me wrong, I get it, bro. The only reason why I'm saying regarding
and
Khalil
that
Mack
proves my point both ways
also is age. If they're the same age, they started around the same time. Who knows? Maybe it might have been Khalil Mack. Maybe he would have got the notch. The reason why also I fuck with Max more, and I know it's not Khalil Mack's fault. I hope it's not his fault that he got traded, but Max has been a Raider much longer than Khalil Mack was a Raider. And he's been consistently getting better and better each year. I know this year was a tough year. He got injured, but he still put it all on the line every single time he strapped it up and played on that field. He gave it his fucking all.
Max Crosby is an elite edge rusher. He's probably he might be the best defensive lineman. If you just say defensive lineman, he might be the best defensive lineman. I don't think he's generational.
Reggie White or Max Crosby? I'm not gonna lie to you. That's way before my time. Corey, I'll let you answer that one.
Reggie White in a half a fucking second.
Okay, so he was like that.
Like that. Preacher man was like that. He had this shit. He had this hump move. This shit is basically a club swim, kinda, but he's tossing grown men like Larry Allen, bro. Lost both of his feet behind fucking with. No, Reggie White was like that.
Okay,
he was, man.
Okay, since I've never seen him before, really, I've seen a couple highlights, but I didn't really watch a lot of his game film. I got a good idea, Corey, since it's the offseason. Why don't you do a commentary video to some Reggie White highlights?
That'll be easy.
Yeah.
He's nasty.
Yeah, bro, because I I'd love to see it. And hearing from your narrative, just so I can get an understanding of how crazy of a player he was. I'm sure there's people even younger than me. They didn't ever seen him play.
Like that.
That'll be fire.
I for sure could look up some Reggie White shit, and I would love to put together because he's fucking ass whooper off the edge, bro. Like you didn't see ass whooping athletes like that, and he was terrifying.
Yeah,
this motherfucker beat your ass, bow, put you in the dirt, play low key dirty, and you down there with a concussion on your way to the blue tent, and he praying over you. Like, cause he was a preacher, so he would pray for people that he just fucked up in the game. Like he was that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, rundown. I'm in the same boat as you, bro. I never see him play, but I heard a lot of shit about him. It's just
I really wish I don't. Well, never mind. I'm not gonna go there. But I bet you Rundown wouldn't have smacked his old ass. He was trying to do some football moves. I bet you he wouldn't have smacked him. Hey, if Reggie White put that fucking paw on you, your ass would evaporate.
Yeah,
me
bro,
too. Me too. It's not a shot at Rundown. Reggie White was like that.
Shit. Okay, but yeah, once you drop those highlights, I'm gonna definitely lock in. I'm gonna see what's up. Now you say you're gonna do it. I'm not gonna watch his highlight. I'm gonna wait until your highlights come out, and I'm gonna watch it. So that way I can really enjoy that shit.
Yeah, I really want to do. I want to do the Reggie White shit. Yeah, that was a good idea, Mike.
Yeah.
We
do this, bro.
I was trying to figure out, hey, I want to dust this microphone off. I'm gonna start saying funny shit again instead of I hate this, I hate that. I'm gonna say some funny shit again, and I didn't know where to start. And this is it.
Okay, and let's see another highlight tape I'd want to see just because I know he's your favorite player too. That's not a Raider, because obviously we do a lot of Raider content. We're going to flood this year with hella Raider content, but another player I know that's your favorite, that's a generational talent that I'd love to see you do commentary on some highlights to. Lamar. Can we get some Lamar highlights?
Jacob Jackson, hell yeah, nigga. This motherfucker, this is one of the best football players I ever seen in my life. I don't care. I could go crazy on Lamar Jackson, but from passing to running to just being an unbelievably unstoppable motherfucker, man. He transformed the whole Ravens. I don't know if y'all remember. Most of y'all don't remember when the Ravens sucked.
I do.
I probably don't.
I do, because I remember Michael Crabtree cooked them in their house. I remember that. I remember.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was that? When LT was on that powder, he was unstoppable.
Oh shit.
Lawrence Taylor was doing crack before games. I don't know if it was a joke or not. I don't know if this motherfucker was doing crack at halftime, but he was rocked up.
Shit,
during the game. Don't do that.
I definitely seen Lawrence Taylor's highlights. My pops used to always talk about Lawrence Taylor. That was one of his favorite players. I don't know if this is true or not. He told me that man used to have gunpowder for breakfast on game days.
I don't know. But
that sounds crazy. That sounds crazy as fuck. And I sort of
hold on. He also smoked crack. He smoked crack, right? He smoked crack. Mike, we can't what's really crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you decide that, I'm gonna go, this game is already gonna make my noodles fucked off, right? I'm already gonna be a little touched at the end of this shit. You know what will make that better? Some rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fucked up. I can't relate, so I don't know, but yeah, man. So besides obviously the Raiders stuff, we still do got some football going on. Did you get a chance to watch that national championship game on Monday?
I didn't watch it for a second.
I watched it, and I don't have a dog in the fight, but I definitely enjoyed the outcome because fuck Notre Dame. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Fuck
Why?
Notre Dame. I mean, they're the
Why?
odds. Fuck Notre Dame.
Oh, because you're USC Trojan type shit.
Yeah, bro.
That's like your Celtics.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's like the Celtics to us, bro. That's like the Chiefs. But yeah, bro.
Why bring them up? Why even bring them up?
Because that was it was a good game though. Even though they lost, they kept it close. It was a real entertaining national championship game, bro. Yeah.
Oh well.
Fuck it. I mean, shit. This week the playoffs were pretty crazy too. I didn't like the outcome of that Buffalo game. That shit pissed me off, bro. That shit pissed me off, bro. Lamar deserved better, bro. That shit. You can't throw a better pass on that 2-point conversion. You cannot throw a better pass than that. Even when he was falling, right in his hands, bro. Right in
Bro,
his hands.
so what that shit looked
Literally
like to
dropped
me,
the
right?
ball.
What that shit looked like to me is like when you playing football with the homies when you was in middle school, not no high school, not no serious shit, or y'all just playing in the street. And you running, and then your homie see you, and he's like, "Hey, I'm finna hit you." Like he like pump you till you see it. Y'all both acknowledge it. Then he soft toss that hoe. Boom, hit you right in the stomach. That ball hit him in the belly button, and he dropped it. But hold on, he dropped it, and we don't want to leave it just to that because he's the same one that just dropped the ball and he fumbled on a previous drive, right?
Yeah, that was an ugly fumble too.
What's
That was ugly.
crazy, bro? Like, I hate that this look, I think this maybe it was social media, maybe it's the weed, but everything is a conspiracy to me now. And I don't know if all of this gambling shit, I never seen football as wild as I've seen it in the last 2 years. I was just seeing motherfuckers that don't drop the ball suddenly dropping the ball, triple, double, reverse pass, crazy shits. I've
Yeah.
never seen football this wild, and I think it has to do with the gambling shit. And Mark Andrews playing like he owe money to the mob, so he gambling like a bitch. This point
Yeah, bro.
shaving football playing ass motherfucker, man.
I felt bad for Mark Andrews. I was pissed at him, but afterwards, the aftermath, and it's true. These players, just like us, are human, bro. So just like us, when we feel attacked, when people be saying some crazy disrespectful shit, so are
Yeah,
these players, bro. And I don't know how that man's feeling, but I seen some fucked up shit. People were sending him like literal death threats on the timeline.
I feel really bad for the only person that I feel worse about in that whole situation is me because I fucking watched it and I don't want to ever see no shit like that. I feel bad for myself. So yes, I'm sure it sucks for Mark Andrews. He's gonna wipe his tears with his piles of money. He gonna move on. He had a bad day at work. He gonna move on. He'll be all right. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna be traumatized because I watched Lamar Jackson get ripped off.
yeah. And what's it called? Besides that, on the other side of the AFC, so it's gonna be Josh Allen versus Pat Mahomes and the Cousin Kissers. Yeah, they got the refs. You already know how it goes. Refs help them out. Yeah, advance to the next round. Here we go.
I
But yeah,
hate that. I hate that it's always about that. Like I try to be like, I can't be the referee shit. It can't be the referee shit.
it is though, bro. That's the crazy part, and it's not only just us Raider fans saying it, it's the whole league, like unanimous. They're like, man, what's like, bro? You can't get no more blatant than this. Like, this some fucking bullshit.
It was bad. I guess it was bad, man. And I guess the color commentary that was watching it, they were sick of the shit. The people tweeting, they were sick of the shit. All of us was sick of the shit because it looks like from the roughing the passer penalties to the late flags to the no flags against them, it definitely looks like people are leaning towards the Chiefs, right? But maybe that's not the case in this game. But why isn't every single game there's something controversial?
Yeah,
Whether
bro.
the ref was right or whether he was wrong, why is there controversy in every one of their games? Is it just because they're more? Is it because the spotlight is bigger? Is that what it is?
Honestly, that's a good question, bro. I wonder because there's no way that this is like a consistent occurrence on a weekly basis, bro. From the regular season, week one, all the way to we're about to be in the AFC Championship, and every week there's at least 3 to 4 questionable calls in a fucking Chiefs game, bro. And every single time it's in their favor. That's pretty fucking odd, if you ask me. That's pretty fucking odd.
It is and it ain't because you're talking about. I don't know. Before it was the Chiefs, it was the Patriots, right?
Yeah. It went
So,
from one golden boy to another.
but does that make you kind of say that whatever dynasty is going on, they're gonna say that about whatever dynasty is going?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Psych. The motherfucking refs is cheating for them bitch ass niggas, and I hate it.
Shit. I know we seen Capitan in the building earlier. What CB saying? Fuck of the cheese. Yeah, fuck of the cheese, bro. Fuck of the motherfucking cheese, bro. Straight up.
You gonna keep on doing that?
Yeah.
This should sound like a cash register,
right? Yeah. Oh, that money counter? Hell yeah.
No, not a money counter. It should sound like you owe me 76 cents out of the fucking old school typewriter looking ass cash registers.
76 cents. Damn. That's not crazy, bro. You having to tell somebody 76 cents?
I don't know. No, not Zelle. Never mind, Mike. How old are you?
30.
You act like well, I guess we do. I'm much older than I'm 42. But when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm talking to somebody that's like a fucking time traveler. Like you you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about all of this shit you never seen in your life. Like fuck. Because I was born in the 1900s.
Hey, so so how's that OJ shit? Like the whole chase? Cause I seen that Netflix trailer last week. What was that like when it took place? Like the whole chase and all that shit.
You being funny, but that shit was exciting in a bitch. And yes, I was watching it. Fuck you.
No,
I recorded it.
The fucking trailer looked crazy as fuck. I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna check that shit out.
I recorded it on my VCR, nigga.
I was gonna fuck with you and be like, what is that about? I know what a VCR is, bro. I know what a VCR is.
Do you?
We had that shit in the 90s.
You had a VCR?
Yeah, of course.
Did
we
you?
Y'all
probably had the new booty VCRs though. You have the new ones that had to, like, you know what I'm saying? So what would you do if the tracking fucked up? If you was watching it and all of a sudden you got them gray ass lines in the middle of your shit, or if the screen just start flipping up and down while you're watching it.
Well, I was just a little ass kid, so I'll just tell my parents, hey, the TV.
Yeah, so no, what you're supposed to do, you just got to go to the back. If it was an old school VCR, you go to the back, you got to get a little screwdriver or something like that, and you got to turn the tracking thing because it was little. As he got older, they got a bigger knob, and then it got digital tracking. But before that, you had to turn that. And sometimes your VCR start eating your motherfucking your tapes up, just like the cassettes in the old school car radios.
Yeah, you speak.
Yeah, I had hella pagers. I had pagers. I'm gonna tell you some shit. I used to get the pagers and them motherfuckers wasn't on anyway. You know what I'm saying? But like if you ever got into some shit with somebody because they always had a pager, so I would take their pager and I would have that shit. I would have 2-3 pagers on my shit. None of them hoes was on. But one was like my watch. You know what I'm saying? I might fake flex in front of the little females.
That's crazy.
Until I wouldn't turn my shit on for real. $9.99 a month. JJ's.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
You don't even know about that shit, huh? Your first shit, you probably got a fucking iPhone in grade school and shit.
Nah, I'm not that recent, bro. Come on now, I'm 30. The first shit I had was my first ever phone was a fucking Motorola Razr, low key. Yeah,
a Razr.
Yeah, my first cell phone was a Motorola Razr.
Okay, but like, what kind of Razr? What was it? The little cheap, or did you have like the titanium shits, or the little ones, or?
Oh no, the OG one, the titanium. It was what was it the like black Razr?
Oh, excuse me. You had games on that bitch. You just Snake, right?
Yep.
Just Snake. I never had none of that shit. What was it? 304? Yeah, 304 was the whole code. When you had pagers, 304 was the whole code. And somebody said Big Booty TV. Hey, Trey said he definitely listen, hold on. Trey said that he because he 38 years old. I'm gonna tell you how he qualifies to be one. It's not because he's 38. It's because this motherfucker sent me a video on the internet trying to do some push-ups. Every bone in his body cracked. He had a cigarette hanging on his lip, and a turkey pot in the background on the floor. This motherfucker he older than me. I'm 42, but his 38 is older than me. Cause he still swim with tank tops on and hang a cigarette off his lip and drink E&J for breakfast.
Hey, bro, shout out Trey, bro. He funny as hell. I always the one thing I always remember about bro is that time he said, "I have good dinners," or "I have great dinners," bro. I have great dinners. That shit was tough.
He told me, hey, low key Trey got me back in the gym because he got me paranoid. He said, "Hey, nigga, you gonna be having tank tops like me. You keep eating like that."
Oh shit!
I got my ass back in the gym. You know what? I want to do some push-ups right now. Every time his name come up, I want to do some push-ups. I can't handle that shit.
Might not be able to do push-ups on camera, but you can do some push-ups on the camera.
You know what? I did my shit, and I don't want to twist up a new one. Yeah, I don't want to twist up a new one. Yesterday, I had a little bit of a rough night. I had too much to drink, and I was hurting.
Oh man.
What is this? What is this? It was a joint. That shit was still snap, crackle, popping. He did 3 push-ups and said, "I'm out of here."
You pulled something.
Trey, I want to update, bro. One of these days, Trey, I want to see a good 6. I want to see 6 of them on camera. That's it. You dropped down for 10 push-ups and bounced out of 4. Who said that? Dre for show? What are you talking about? Dre, I don't.
He's saying not you. I think he's saying that Trey dropped down.
Okay.
10 push-ups and he maxed out at 4.
Oh, okay. I was like, here, hold on. I don't want to be like that, but don't play, bro. Let's not be ridiculous.
Shit, bro.
But the joint always wins.
Yeah. I just thought about it because we haven't been talking about the Raiders for a while. And obviously, it's going to be tough. Obviously, we got to figure out who's going to be our head coach. Also, we're trying to figure out who's going to be our quarterback. What if there was a way that we could get both just off of one move? Here's a suggestion. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do. I'm not saying no shit like that. But how would you feel about Coach Prime possibly making that jump from Colorado to the Raiders to be the head coach?
He ain't talking about nothing, bro. Like, he ain't doing that. Okay, if he would, you know what? I want Coach Prime to stay in college football. This motherfucker is great for young black. I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about it. I like Coach Prime and young black players together. I like that shit. I like him teaching them how to get their money. I like him teaching them how to stay in class. I like him doing all of the shit that he's doing. I don't think he should ever leave.
What if I told you our current Raiders roster is the second youngest team in the league? And if we hired Coach Prime, and meant Shedeur ends up being our quarterback.
Where is all this what if coming from, Mike? Are you just starting shit because you smoking weed too? What is this?
No, I'm just saying because I am smoking, but it's mainly because it was a big topic for the last week and a half on Twitter.
Nah, that's not. I think I don't think I would be down with the shit. Dre for show said no, but he crazy and he just be talking shit. I would be down with Prime, and yeah, and Shedeur absolutely. I don't think it's realistic. I don't even think it's worth talking about. But it's not anything that I would be against. No, but I don't think it's worth talking about. I don't think it's a realistic possibility. He said hella times he's staying there. Boom, we still gonna get the assistant special teams coordinator from Southeast Wichita State, and we're gonna have to be excited about it.
Yeah, who knows, bro? Who knows? It's gonna be it's going to be quite fascinating to figure out what we do moving forward with this head coaching search. Because let's be honest, I don't want. Shout out to Pete. He a USC legend, legendary coach. I don't know if that's the right move for this team because I don't want this to be a possibility. Honestly, I don't want that to happen.
This shit right here.
Yeah, I'm not fucking.
That does. Hold on. That don't even take that down. That don't even make sense. Because look, remember when we all thought like, damn, Russell Wilson, that nigga's super washed. He's super booty cheeks. Get him the fuck out of here. Send him to Denver.
Yeah.
That's when he was working with Carroll. Him and Carroll don't work good together. Made him look like he sucks, I guess. So that don't make sense.
Well, that's also the talk of social media. They're saying that could be a possibility, likely, if we hire Pete Carroll.
I'm gonna start drinking a lot more alcohol than I've been drinking.
That's why I'm saying I don't know if that's really a great idea moving forward. I really think they should go all in for one of these premier young offensive minds in the league, like Liam Cohen, which in my opinion would make sense because the guy that you just hired to be your GM, John Spytek, was a part of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Liam Cohen happens to be a part of that same organization. So when it makes sense that while you're
Let it go.
while you're
Liam just
saying, he didn't sign nothing. Or I haven't looked at Twitter, so I don't know if any announcements have been made. If he has, somebody in the chat let me know. But if not, he hasn't signed nothing yet, and it wouldn't be a lateral move going from an OC position to a head coaching spot. He could make a lot more money as a head coach, and the reason why he didn't go to the Jags is the reason why he might want to fuck with the Raiders because
I know you on that maybe, probably, possibly. Bruh, I'm listening to what he said, and he said he going back to the Bucks. Even if he decide, you know what, no, fuck it. I changed my mind. I do want to go to the Raiders. You really want to fuck with an old flip floppy fake word having ass motherfucker anyway? You gonna be able to trust him? You gonna be able to believe him? Because the first time some shit goes sideways, you gonna be like, yeah, he always been a lying, half truth telling ass motherfucker. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean, let's be honest, bro. Like from his perspective, like I'll give you an analogy. Let's say you're applying for a couple different jobs. You're weighing out your options, trying to see where you want to get hired. What's the best opportunity for you moving forward? What's the best opportunity for you and your family, money wise, lifestyle wise, all that, like career wise.
Yeah.
So let's say there's a job that he was intrigued with at first, and he was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna possibly fuck with this, but you know somebody that may work there, and that person tells you, hey, bro, honestly, I wouldn't do it. Don't fuck with this place. It's a shithole here. Don't do it. You gonna fuck around and either want to quit or they're gonna fire you. So, nah, I wouldn't recommend it. And then you're not really fucking with the supervisor. You get me? Supervisor's a fucking idiot, and he already telling you like, nah, don't do it. Trust he gonna make you want to catch a case like on some bullshit. That's why I'm like, nah, I'm cool. And now he's like, fuck, maybe I'm good at my current job. They're telling me I might get a raise here. Fuck. Maybe I'll just stay here. I'm already used to it. I'm already comfortable here. Let me get a raise. But what if another job offers to pay you even more? A whole lot more.
I hear you and you make sense, but
like it's
you
a serious
talking
career change.
I hear you, you making sense, but you talking about what ifs. All I'm doing at this point is I'm taking that man for his word. That man said that he's working over here. So until he says or something different, that's not even in my thought process, bro. Like
it's true, but
and it's
not official until he signs the paper, though, brother. That's what I'm saying is, if he hasn't signed the paper yet, he still hasn't really made a decision. So he could still technically be like, you know what? No, like maybe he hasn't replied to the email yet regarding the application, or he hasn't responded back to their phone call, or he hasn't gone over there again. So there's a chance that maybe he could receive a call or an email or something from the other company that's willing to pay him a whole lot more, and it'll be a real serious career change. It's still possible until it's something posted on social media, whether it's by Schefter, Rappaport, Pelissero, even Tampa Bay themselves. Until it's official, and again, maybe it's already been announced. I don't know. I'm not looking at social media right now during the show, but maybe we could get him. Spytek's here already, and
I hear
remember,
you.
I told you he got a relationship with Spytek, and he seems to be having a bit of a good friendship or bond, or he sends to bond well with Brady.
Brady. Yeah, but I mean, let everybody tell it. Everybody gets along with Brady. Everybody loves Tom Brady. That's the Tom Brady effect. So it doesn't matter. If you wanted to just say that, hey, this and this person is going to be a candidate because Tom Brady likes him or they like Tom Brady, that's really everybody, isn't it? Because of the Tom Brady effect.
Yeah.
You say, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is, bro. At most places, it's usually not because of your accomplishments why you get hired, bro. It's usually not what you know, but also who you know.
Yeah. Well, we'll
It's
see.
really about who you know.
We'll see. We'll see, but we're not going to see yet. And I think it's going to be a little while before we see. They just hire Spytek, and maybe he's going to be involved in the head coaching search. And if that's the case, I don't know who he's got in mind. And now it's a whole different set of homework that we get to do. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I hear you. And besides that, what about the fact that besides Tom Brady possibly hitting him up, what about the fact that Spytek, who has obviously a relationship with him, a working relationship with him, why not have him reach out too? What if Spytek actually likes Liam Cohen too, and he tries to make that happen?
What if?
It's
Maybe,
gonna
possibly.
take a collaborative effort to make it happen. If it
This is
happens,
what that's who you want. You want Liam Cohen, right? That's who you want to be the guy.
yeah, because that was my ideal choice. So it's like if
Mike, you're not going to
that
get
happens,
what you want in this situation because that guy agreed to work somewhere else.
I mean, he never actually agreed to it. He never agreed to it, bro.
Okay, you're right, but maybe we could get him. Maybe this could be a play for more money. That's what Raider Rich said. You know what? Raider Rich could be playing the Bucks or playing the Raiders or playing them both to get some money.
But this is the thing. The highest paid OC at the
Yeah.
moment is getting paid $3 million a year.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That
Top
makes
OC
sense
money.
from what Raider Rich is saying and what you're saying. Like, if he's really doing that shit, he gonna max out his shit, and then even if he's negotiating with the Raiders gonna have to pay him hella cheese, right? There's no way that they're gonna pay him no 3 or 5. And if they wanted to pay him 5, he could be like, well, I'll just stay here. So he could be playing the Raiders in that way, or he could be playing the Bucks because he's planning on going to the Raiders the whole time. But I don't know.
I mean, I hear you. I hear what you're saying, but if he was to do that, bro, he'd kind of be playing himself because the highest he'll probably get over there with the Bucks at top OC money would be like 5 million. Over here, more than likely, he'll get at least
10
to like 13 mil. So that's more than double. So
yeah,
he'd be fumbling a lot of money to do that. Just stay there. When it's like, why not go to Vegas where it's tax-free money, go fuck with your homies, and if they say the job's cool, hey, the job's cool. Fuck with it.
but do they think the
It's like,
job is
hey, bro,
cool because
we fuck
everybody
with you.
keep
We'll
getting
get you a
fired?
quarterback. Hey, I'm just saying. They'll let him if they trade up, they'll let him choose his quarterback. Hey, that could be a good fucking option.
Hey, but on some real shit though, imagine you a head coach and you start thinking about some shit, and then you start asking your homies like, "Hey, what about that Vegas job?" You're like, "It's cool over there, nigga, but they be firing people fast. Like everybody get fired. What you talking about? Like who been working there a long time, nigga? Nobody.
True.
So like, do you ever think about that when you go to work to a place and nobody been there for a long time?
Yeah. But also keep in mind, one of his homies is one of the part owners at the job. So
He still
I mean,
just got
maybe
there.
he has enough pool to keep him there. And maybe the way they work out his contract terms, they're gonna guarantee him multiple years at least. That way he could try and build something, because obviously we're starting over. Even though a lot of people don't want to admit it, I didn't want to admit it, but it's basically a rebuild.
Yeah.
It's basically a rebuild. So why not give him a chance to build and hopefully get his quarterback this year? Which, in my opinion, if you're bringing in an offensive mind, you got to sell him on the fact that we're going to get you a quarterback. So if you bring in this offensive mind, if you can pull it off, and then prove to him that you could pull off getting him a quarterback, and from there you start that rebuild and you start building something, and hopefully it's something great. Hopefully it's something that's winning and can lead to a lot of winning. Hopefully.
Probably. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You set on the yeah. I know how when you're like this, I already know. You get like this about quarterbacks. When you get set in and you get locked in on somebody, you locked in on that motherfucker till that bitch is married. I get it.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's you're right. I do be like that, but I got a good reason. Usually,
I know you always do.
I got the eye for talent. Usually, when I lock in on a player or a coach or a prospect like that,
It's because they're great.
Most of the time, they're spot on. Like I end up being right about it, and I'm not saying that to brag. It's just
you're always right about the talent level. What you're not realistic about is the acquisition ability of the Raiders. That's where you are not realistic. It's very easy for you to recognize the best player candidate and the best coach candidate. But when we start talking about bringing them to the Raiders, you're not in touch with reality no more.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, but low key, I just noticed the time. We're getting pretty late in the time.
Yeah.
And low key, I'm starting to realize the time too, because the battery on my headphones is starting to die. So
yeah, yeah, we're out of here.
Like this,
we're out of here. Cut it out.
Yeah. Hold on. Before we cut it out, we appreciate all y'all for tapping in and fucking with us. If you haven't yet, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow Big Cory 00 on Instagram, Twitter. Obviously, subscribe to his YouTube. Follow me at Michavelli24 on both Instagram and Twitter. And you got anything else to say to the people before we get out of here?
Yeah, no, just follow all of our social shit, share it with everybody, and don't say no trolly shit to us. It hurts my feelings.
Real shit. Disrespect is not tolerated, and we'll get on your ass. No Diddy.
Oh man, fuck Lusky said. Come on, he said no Diddy. Why'd you do that?